Welcome to our town hall. My name is Kinnari Patel-Smythe, and I have the distinct honor of being our executive director for KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. I'm grateful that you're joining us today to learn more about our virtual school experience. I'll share some key updates with you all, some rationale for our return to school decision, information about our path forward, and we'll wrap up this conversation in a school-based discussion so that you can get into a discussion about questions and answers that you may have with your school principal. Our vision and mission at KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools is one where every child grows up free to create the future that they want for themselves and their communities. And the way we're going to get there is through our mission, together with you all, our families and our community. We are aiming to create joyful and academically excellent schools, preparing your students, our students, with the skills and the confidence to pursue the path that they choose, whether that's college, career, and beyond, so that they can live fulfilling lives and we can create a more just world. A little bit about all of our schools and the community that you're a part of. We have 11 schools. This year will open KIPP Soul Academy, and we're super honored to get to 5,100 students across our 11 schools. We're on a path to go from our 11 schools today to 13 schools. In the near future, we'll be opening a primary school at KIPP South Fulton, and we hope to open a second high school in Atlanta Public Schools. I couldn't let this opportunity pass without asking and sharing one more key update. We know that we want to follow in the great footsteps of Honorable Congressman John Lewis, and we will be working together with you all and our KIPP national team to ensure that all of the voices of our KIPP families, our KIPP scholars who are voting age, and our KIPP alumni are having an opportunity to have their voices be heard this election season. Thank you for taking that action. I want to move into our return to school decision. By now, you have seen our decision, and I want to let you know that we had safety and excellence at the core of every decision that we made for our primary scholars, our middle school scholars, and our high school scholars. Since May, we had been planning for two plausible scenarios. One where scholars would come to school 2 days a week or 3 days a week, and another where we would be fully virtual. In late June and early July, and in partnership with the Georgia Department of Education, Atlanta Public Schools, Fulton County Public Schools, the Center for Disease Control, the Public Health Department here in Georgia, along with your feedback, we made the decision to open the school year, this school year, 100% virtually, knowing that we needed to keep safety at the core of each decision. You all have seen our data in Atlanta, and you know that we're in substantial spread of the coronavirus pandemic right now. Just in the past few weeks, we've seen a 23-day increase of COVID cases. For 34 days, we've now had a consecutive increase in hospitalization, and for 25 days now, we've had an increase in positive tests. Additionally, our hospital capacity has decreased by 50%. When we surveyed our families, and thank you all for taking that survey, we had over 2,000 families respond to that survey, representing over 3,000 of our community members, of our students. 75% of our families expressed a degree of being comfortable sending our scholars back to school in a virtual way. And about 50% of our families reported being comfortable opening school in a hybrid way, where there would be some in-person teaching. Based on all of that information and in partnership with our districts and the health experts, we did make the decision to open the 2020-2021 school year in a virtual way. We'll delay our school opening by 1 week and open school on August 17th, and we're super excited to see all of our scholars. And then we will continue to stay virtual through October 23, all the while making sure that we're monitoring the spread of this virus and keeping safety and excellence at the core of every decision that we make. Our district partners have also opened school all virtual. You'll see here that Atlanta Public Schools will have their first day of school on August 24th. Fulton County, like us, will open on August 17th, while Gwinnett and DeKalb are also opening in August. We'll continue to partner with our local districts so that we can be aligned to the degree that is possible. As we think about our path forward, we know that right now we're going to remain virtual through October 23rd, and we'll continue to remain flexible so that we can pivot if and when possible. We will continue to make decisions based on science, based on data, and ultimately what's best for our community, knowing that when we do return to full in-person schooling, we'll need to be sure that everyone can do that in a safe way. We believe we're well positioned to execute on our virtual plan. You all know that in March, when we pivoted our entire organization to become a virtual and remote organization, we only had a weekend to do that plan. Since that time, we've been studying best practices across the country, partnering with other KIPP regions from across the country, along with our district partners, and researching best practices about how to do this way of school that's new to all of us. And as we've been studying all of those pieces of information, we've designed what we believe to be an excellent plan for school this August. Our approach to virtual school will be in the following way. And as we've thought about designing these key elements, we took into account all of the feedback that you gave us, the lessons that we learned from our families and our scholars, and we tried to bridge all of that and blend all of that together to design the best virtual school. We heard from you all that a more routine day with a schedule was best, so that is what you'll see here. In our high school and middle school, you can expect to have live and recorded lessons 4 to 5 hours a day with core instructional learning blocks, along with social emotional learning, intervention, and social time. In our primary schools, we will have 2 to 3 hours of online instruction per day. We're going to offer AM and PM sessions to allow that flexibility so that family members can participate or monitor our younger scholars, along with ensuring that we're doing the social emotional learning and intervention daily to ensure that our scholars are super excited and have everything that they need to be excellent at school. We are also preparing a comprehensive school model. So if you think about all the key components of school, core instruction, enrichment, and support services, we will be providing all of those key components in virtual school. So as you think about our scholars with exceptionalities, those that have IEPs, 504s, and other teaching interventions, we will be providing those in live teaching, small group breakout sections. We'll be doing frequent one-on-one check-ins with them. We'll have recorded lessons available along with work packets and our counseling sessions. And we'll make sure that you have everything that you need to ensure all of our scholars are running to school every day and that our participation and attendance rates reach that 100% mark that we are aiming for. That means that we need to make sure you all have the technology and devices that you need. We're committed to making sure that you can access virtual learning through a KIPP device, and we will be sharing distribution information with you all. Your schools will be reaching out to you to tell you when you can receive your device. I'm excited and so grateful to our school nutrition team. We will be providing 5 days of meals per week, and that will begin on August 12th. There'll be 2 ways that you can receive these meals. One will be through our bus routes. Our buses will be dropping off food at key locations, along with having a site open on Wednesday. Our school sites will be open on Wednesday, where you can come to the school to pick up your box of food. For our KIPP Woodson Park Academy families, you'll receive separate communication from our KIPP Woodson Park Academy team about your process for school picking up meals. I wanted to let you know that our goal is to return to school as soon as it's safe to do so. In the meantime, we commit to communicating with you regularly, seeking your feedback so that we can continue to get better in this new way. Weekly, you can expect that we'll be monitoring our health data locally in Atlanta and across the state. We'll also be sharing surveys to receive your feedback and doing phone calls to interview you so that we can get better. Monthly, I'll be hosting town halls along with our principals so that we can engage in questions and answers, along with our schools who will host family nights focused on key areas of virtual school so that we are learning best practices, sharing and collaborating amongst our community. In an ongoing way, we are committed to refining our virtual school model. This means that as we receive that feedback, we're going to have systems and routines in place to refine our model to ensure that we're getting better as we go on. We'll be coordinating with our district partners in Atlanta Public Schools and Fulton County to leverage any best practices that they may be experiencing. And at the same time, we will be finalizing our reentry plans, working with the Georgia Public Health Department to ensure that our plans meet all of the safety requirements so that when it's safe to do so and we are able to come back to school in a hybrid learning model, we are ready to go with all of our procedures and protocols and systems. I'll now answer a few of your questions before passing it over to your school principal. So one question that we received is about screen time. It is important to me that my daughter is not staring at the screen all day, whether that's for live classes or recorded lessons or homework. And how are we planning to address this, or will everything that we're doing in virtual school involve a screen? So this was top of mind for our teammates as we were designing school in this virtual way. In fact, we designed the hours per day based on research and ensuring that it's developmentally appropriate to ensure that, if you're younger, you have less screen time going into the high school, having more time. Additionally, our day is balanced with both in-person learning online as well as independent off-screen time with breaks and lunch through a balanced approach. Finally, we'll be receiving your feedback. So once you've experienced this new schedule for a few days, a week or two, we look forward to getting your feedback so that we can make any changes necessary so that we're being the best that we can when it comes to screen time. This next question is about how scholars will get additional support. So how will students get help in subjects when parents aren't comfortable teaching? Are we going to have one-on-one help with teachers? With math being a specific concern. So absolutely, we are going to continue to have teacher conference hours, one-on-one available slots where students can call or parents can call teachers to get the additional support that they need. Here's a question related to KIPP through college. Just wondering how the college process, applications, entrance exams, scholarships, and preparation is going to go. So really proud of our KIPP through college team. We'll be teaching our career success and college success and college transition course. Our college counselors will be teaching that course. During that course, we'll have application support, financial aid application support, and throughout that experience, our seniors will experience all of the things that they would have done in traditional school, but online. Additionally, our KIPP through college team is right now reviewing different ACT preparation programs that are online to provide additional support for our scholars who are taking the ACT. For our middle school alumni who are not at our high school, we're going to continue to have Zoom meetings to support you all through the college advising program so that you are all wrapped up and have completed your applications, both for college entrance and for FAFSA. And this last question is about whether or not there will be options to continue an entire virtual school throughout the rest of the school year. And the honest answer here is that we just don't know yet. This is a fluid situation. We're continuing to learn more from our district authorizers and the health department about what options will be available to us when it comes to having virtual school for the entire year. And as we know more, we commit to communicating with you all as soon as we get that information. So stay tuned for more information on this question. And I'll close with just saying thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. You all have had excellent questions, and I hope this information helps you understand how we've thought about keeping our community safe and having virtual school be excellent. I'm excited to pass it over to your school principal to engage in a deeper discussion about primary schools, our middle school model, and our high school, so that you can learn more about that specific school and have your questions answered. Thank you so much.